I don't know. It's been one thing after another. Let's see. The sale of the house in Eleuthera was supposed to be concluded Friday. Wire transfer was supposed to go through Friday. Here we are on Tuesday, and they haven't the vaguest idea where the money is, what happened, or anything else. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with that. I mean, this was sent from a bank down there. They said they, put it through. Now they're trying to trace it. So somebody on Friday who was too excited to get out of work punched in the wrong number, and somebody somewhere on the planet has looked at their bank account and gone, wait a minute, where'd all this come from? Meanwhile, we're sitting here going, ah. So, I mean, it's mind-boggling. I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't even know how you can explain how somebody, and it's not like this is the first wire transfer that's ever been done. This is not like a new thing. People do it all the time. The man who's buying the house actually wire transferred us money for something else when he bought the websites and everything else. And that went through like in a day. This one, now we have Friday, nothing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and nothing. So meanwhile, we sit here. Well, I sit here. Sid's coming back today. She was taking care of our grandson. Well, son and daughter-in-law are on honeymoon. But, so, I mean, in other things, it's just been, let's see, the well guy came, and let's see, he came on Friday. He was supposed to come on Friday, but nobody showed up for work. So he couldn't drill the well by himself. So he says, I'll be back on Monday. So he comes back on Monday, and he gets all set up, and he notices there's like this massive oil leak coming out of the engine. It's kind of important to run the well. So he takes off yesterday afternoon and says, I got to bring this back to the shop and try to get this oil leak fixed. Great. So here it is Tuesday, he's not back. When that's going to happen, I don't know. So then the slab is all ready to be poured, blah, blah, blah. Contact the concrete guy. He says, oh, I'm definitely going to try to get it done before the end of this week. I'm thinking, okay, great, wonderful, wow. What am I going to do? Nothing. So the electrician came yesterday, and that one got done. So that's a plus. We have the underground power in. It's connected. The camper, I made a sort of a extension from the camper to that power source. And so now we have the power. I think later today I'll take out the excavator and put sand in the ditch and then cover it back all up. So that will be all taken care of. But, there's only so much you can do. And yesterday I thought the refrigerator in the camper worked on electric and propane. Ran out of propane. So I said, okay, I looked all over. I couldn't figure it out. So this morning I went and I got propane. And boom, refrigerator is fine. So I think it works only partly on electricity, or I don't know. But so it's just been a lot of little aggravations and things like that. But again, there's nothing I can do. If I were probably somebody else, I might start going raving mad, crazy. But there's nothing I can do. So try to figure out what I can do. Move on from there. So the well guys just came back, and they brought the drilling truck, and then they left. I don't know. Are they coming back? Are they not coming back? Are they got other things? No idea. think you can probably hear it, but that's the well drilling truck. So right now he's down at 185 feet. Hopefully in the next 100 feet or so he hits water, hopefully. I just had to go out. We got power the other day, but the ground fault plug wasn't working. You tested it, it tripped, worked, but had no power in it. So I went and I bought a new one, a 20 amp one, because it's a 20 amp breaker. And you kind of need to match the line to the breaker. So if you got a 20 amp breaker, you need a 20 amp receptacle. So I went, did that, all seeming well. So it was a bad ground fault one, and it happens. So that's all done. On the other news, the money that was supposedly transferred from the sale of our house, which actually hasn't been the sale of our house, hasn't actually, I don't know. They don't know. They're trying to find what happened, where it went, what they're doing. It's like mind-boggling. I mean, I've never seen such incompetence, negligence. I don't know what the right word is. But, you know, this isn't a little sum of money. It's not like $12 or something. And nobody seems to be able to account for where it is, who put it in, what did, what happened, where it went. How does it go to somebody else's account? You know, somebody woke up on Friday morning and went, "Yo, jackpot, baby," and went out and spent it all? I don't know. They didn't send it. It's just incredible. So hopefully the well goes well. I think the concrete guys are going to come tomorrow, I think, to pour the slab. So that'll be a big plus. Whether they do or not, I don't know. You know, kind of depends on weather and everything. And this afternoon, I'm not sure. Sid's on her way back. So I might do some filling in of the electric line pipe with the excavator. I'm not sure. Might do that.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. First load is here.
Who's the guy in the green shirt?
He's the cement guy. He came with the truck.
Oh. Who's the guy who remembered all of our last...
White t-shirt. Jason. Well, the slab's all poured, but it's not exactly a beautiful day. So it's rather cool. It's only like 56. And they've got to wait until this sets up more before they can polish it. So they just went to go get coffee and probably lunch. And then they'll be back, hopefully in the not too distant future. It'll set up enough, and then they can polish it with that down there. So that right there is the well. That was drilled down to 365 feet. It's got a fair amount. It's not like a great phenomenal, but it'll work fine. It's about 4 gallons a minute, and the good part is, even though it doesn't have a high flow rate, at least the water comes up to about 20 feet from the top. So there's a lot of reserve in it. So you figure there's a gallon and a half per foot in that well. So it's about 550 gallons that would be sitting there before, and with 4 gallons a minute, it'll be more than Sid and I'll need. So that'll be fine. But then I've got to, not right now, I'm gonna have to dig a ditch from here back to the house and then lay the pipe, and then you put in that rigid foam we used on top of the pipe. So that way, if you got a winter that the snow doesn't cover the ground, frost goes deep, the frost can't go through that foam and freeze up the piping, the water line. So there's plenty to do. We're still making progress. The bank down in the Bahamas still hasn't located or transferred or whatever the money from the sale of the house. So I wrote this morning a rather poignant letter to the lawyer saying, this is just ridiculous. You know, where this bank just sent this money out to somebody, or they didn't send it out. If they sent it out, then I don't know how they did, but if they did, they should have some way to track where it went and who got it and everything else, and just retrieve it. Or option B is they never actually sent the money. Somebody actually didn't do their job. Either way, find out. This is ridiculous. It was supposed to be sent Monday, and here we are, it's Wednesday, and it still hasn't. It's just mind-boggling. You couldn't make something up. You know, if you made something up like this, people would be like, "Yeah, that's just a story. That couldn't possibly be real." It's real. Well, the slab is poured, done, polished. It's a pretty smooth finish. These guys do a really nice job finishing. And given the conditions and everything else, they had the work set out for them. But this is all done, and tomorrow we have a lumber order coming, so that will, this is where the sills will go. And we'll put the sill sealer on, and then I've got to rip the 2x8s down a lovely 1/4 of an inch, but there's worse things. So on another note, we finally maybe got through to the bank people, and the wire transfer should be there tomorrow or Friday. I mean, until it actually shows up, I'm not accounting for anything. So the reason, the lady who does the transfers, ready for this, wasn't in. So this bank has one person who does it, and if she's not there, it can't be done. Yep, I know. You're probably shaking your head just like me right now. We're just hoping we get up tomorrow morning and it's a done deal and it's finished. Because I think I've got a lot more gray hair than I had before.